Hello, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us. I am Jenny Peck, the Senior Manager of Development here at Amref Health Africa in the United States. Joined with me today is Attorney Jay Freireich. He is an estate, tax, and business attorney here to share some information with us on wills, taxes, trusts, and planned giving. We're really excited to have him here today.
Thank you.
Yeah, Jay, more for you.
So I'm going to start my presentation by saying I've never done a recorded Zoom conversation and the audience isn't physically in the room. So this is a little unusual, but I will try to get through it okay. So I want to start talking about just basic wills, trusts, and taxes for a few minutes. For anybody who doesn't know about a will is a document that is used to give out or devise your assets to your loved ones upon your death. And the will controls any assets that you own in your own name. So if you own property in joint names, the will doesn't govern. If you own it with a beneficiary designation, such as an IRA, a 401k, a life insurance policy, any other pension type plan, none of that is governed by your will. The only thing that's governed by your will are any assets that you own in your own name. So that's what a will does. And in the will, you can designate who is going to be in charge of your estate when you pass away. That person's called the executor. You can also have testamentary guardians. Those are people who watch your kids if you're young and you pass away young. And you can also designate trustees, which is if you're leaving assets to people, but not right away all at once, there would be a trust involved and trustees, and that you would be able to name your trustees. Separate from a will could also be a trust. Now, in New Jersey, where I am now, very few people have the need to have a separate trust because the probate laws are so simple here. One of the great things about our state, there aren't that many, but this is one of them. It is a very simple probate process. So no need to get all your assets out of your estate into a trust. But I understand this is a nationwide presentation, there are people in many states where the idea of probate is a very cumbersome, slow, and expensive process. In order to avoid that, we take our assets out of our own names and transfer them to a trust. We create a trust. It's a separate document. It says what happens to all your assets upon your death, and you can change it at any time, but when you pass away, the probate process is not involved. That doesn't affect taxes because your taxes will still be the same as if you had the trust or you didn't have the trust.